Yo, what is up, everyone? It's your boy Elwin. Tuesday morning, November the 24th. We got what? We got Thanksgiving in the States. On Thursday, we won't go into what that holiday means traditionally, to the real culture, what really happened on Thanksgiving. Do your research. But we'll just speak about that big money. And we know what Thanksgiving means. You know what? Let's ask the chat. One word, what do you expect from the market during Thanksgiving, during Black Friday? What do you expect from the market? What do we expect to see? Zero movement, consolidation, bid move, slow Thursday, spikes Friday. I like Allen's the best. There's one word I'm looking for. Range, that's not it. High impact Thursday, nothing Friday. Yeah, cool. That makes sense. What do we expect for this Black Friday weekend? Keep the guesses going. Come on. One word. What the economy gonna do? Hey, that's a good one. Manipulation, gap, good one. Stop hunt. Whipsaw. All right, these are all good. Whipsaw. I like that. Full moon. Oh, there's a full moon? Snap. Let me see. I've been looking outside at the moon. I haven't been looking at Moon Giant. I just literally was like, yo, the moon is halfway full. Like, what's up? Let's do this. All right, so I should let y'all know today, there's no rants, there's no lecture, there's no topic unless y'all got one. Unless y'all want to have a convo, we can. Human can't be here today, so it's just gonna be you're stuck with me. But we're gonna look over pairs and we're just gonna have a group conversation. But let's kick it off. Y'all still didn't guess the word. The word is inflation. Inflation, guys. Inflation is the word. So in the States, especially with that dollar, right now, what they're doing is driving sales. We even got the toilet paper shortage thing going on again. They have limits on how many cases of soda you could buy. And I don't believe that people are sold out of soda. I just believe they're trying to create that demand. You know how they do with diamonds. We could have so many diamonds in circulation, but that would drive the value down. So inflation. Black Friday, every store got a sale. Best Buy, Adidas, Amazon. Just get those sales. From a company, from a corporate standpoint, what they're doing is getting up those fourth quarter numbers. So when they do their their reports, when they do their, what's the word I'm looking for? The earnings report, right? When they do those earning reports, all of this is going to show on it. So, every brand, even the hype ones, they're going to try to sell off inflation for optimism so they can spend more money. Yep, exactly. And this is the perfect time. Consumers are consuming. Parents want to make sure their kids got all this crap for Christmas, all this money being spent at the grocery store right now for Thanksgiving. People probably fighting over turkeys. Even I noticed the grocery store, the sales were not really good this week. Like all the stuff was marked up. There were no good sales. I noticed it was super packed. And all I see is sheep. All I see is induction. So I back tested the market. I didn't provide one today, but shoot, let's do this real quick. Let's do a little exploration. 1 second, guys. Let me sip my tea, please. All right, I'm back. So what we're gonna do is look at Black Friday traditionally, okay? Let's see how far back we can get back on a 4 hour. Okay, so first I need to know the Black Friday dates. I'll show you, this is kind of how I do my research sometimes, like just to see. People will be like, what does the market do on elections? What does the market do on Christmas, whatever? It doesn't matter. Look, just go look yourself. So let's see. November 29th, that'll be the first day we look at. Let's try it out. What the hell? can I click this? One moment, let's refresh. All right, let's see if I can click this part now. Yes, perfect. All right, so Black Friday was the 29th of 2019. Okay, boom. Shoot. Okay. Oh, when I click, it goes away. So let me mark it. So I know what I see already. I'm on a big screen. It kind of makes me go back. All right, so this was Black Friday, guys. Who see it? Who sees it? Let's see who can call it. What do you see on last Black Friday? Let's get right to it. Spike, yep. Stop hunt, yes. Second leg M, right? Look at that. Black Friday ended an induction, a macro induction. Let's see. Draw our traps. Bouncing off that support. Trend line going up. You zoom out. What was happening? We were going down, right? So this is what makes me classify this as an induction, because the peak was set here. Price went down, but it never came back up here. This induced, right? Maybe 50% retracement on the macro side of things. Let's even throw in a quick fib, not for entry, simply to see how far this retraced. Right at the 50. What do you know? Look at that, guys. Can't unsee it. Let me check the chat, because I know I'm not the only one seeing this. All right. Why don't we do another year? This is how we become market wizards, guys. This is what separates us. All right, November 23rd. Let's do this again, because anybody could do that once in the market. Let's see how frequently something like this happens. Okay. So we're looking at the 23rd. Okay. So this was 2019. It looks like, all right, I'll just give my analysis. It looks like what Black Friday did this year was, I'm sorry, 2018. You know, what it did was induce to create that second leg. And on the 28th, we got that shift. This is probably Christmas. Oh, that's actually my birthday time. So we have more of a macro range. Let's remember this is like a whole holiday season, right? So in the States, especially, everyone is at home shopping, just spending that cash, right? And what I see is they held up the price, right? This was inflation. This is making that second leg M with the holidays. And what happened as the new year came? Plummet. Hope y'all see that. Let's go. Let's do this one more year. One more year. Let's do 2017. All right, November 24th. Okay. Seeing similar stuff going on. Now, it's not always exactly the same, but what I'm noticing is holding up price around this time. This is right around Christmas. Like, this is actually, this is Christmas. So let's ask y'all, what do y'all see on Black Friday and Christmas 2018? What are we seeing this year? Induction, yep. Buyers induce, facts, facts. Clear downtrend, induction. So I'm not just speaking, you know, randomly. Like this is the footprint is left. I hope y'all see it. I think that's, I don't know. I'm a Forex nerd, and that is just like amazing to me. All right, let's end that up. Let's check our full moon forecast on the moon calendar. How do I look? November? November details. So we have a full moon on the 30th. So we actually got a little bit for that. We like are at that first quarter. We just passed that. All right, cool, cool. Alrighty, so let's try to speculate what we think the dollar can do for this Black Friday, right? Because we're already really, really bearish. We are approaching a nice potential perceived support level. Okay. We're on the daily, remember that. This is a daily chart, okay? So not only that nice support, I do see a nice, you know, you could draw a trend line like that. Potential trend line. All right, I speculate something we could do for the dollar. Let's see if anyone else has an idea. What do you speculate can happen with the dollar in a scenario like this at this time? We said the word a million times. Oh yeah, induction, sure. Okay, cool. breakout up. Yes, yes, Dave, that's what I was thinking, bro. So we could see some type of induction. For the dollar, this could last the entire holiday season. Luca was saying induce sellers and then shoot up. Okay, so I do, all right, so two things. I speculate price will, sorry guys, this has been the longest cold. No, I don't got the, whatever they calling it, I just got a little cold. So I speculate price is gonna come back to this trend line, right? And at least it break out of it and you could continue down or continue going. But right now we're at a crucial support area. So what Luca is saying, I see could potentially happen. So first we could break out of here, right? Once the support is broken, we could trap some more sellers, right? Those people who trade breakouts of support, people who stop loss was below here could be hit. So what would that do? That will provide liquidity for the market maker to make their move. So we could see some type of move like this. And even if this is a macro induction, right, we could see something like this play out into next year. And I base this on higher time frame and my knowledge of traps. So how will I act on this? I'm not gonna act on this. I'm just gonna wait to see my setups right now. But right now, speculating what we're gonna induce on the dollar. But right now, it's super bearish. Alrighty, so Mike, let's see what Mike said. He said, I have marked a gap at 91.438 through 91.27. I think it will go and it will before going back up. Yeah, that makes sense, bro. Just because how it's sitting on this support, I would just speculate there's a lot of buyers, you know, and it makes sense of what we're saying. He said he had a gap 92.167 through 92.01, and it already filled right here. Right. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. So that's kind of all I got for y'all. Y'all want me to look at pairs? Y'all can go ahead and call them out. We can get some analysis work done. It ain't, you know, it's not trading hours right now, but we can always look at setups. Who's in Ethereum or XRP with me though? Who's up in there? XRP's been amazing. These are actually, yeah, we call that down. This is where I was telling, I don't know if y'all remember, but I know I've been in Ethereum since 110, right? Way down here. Now I knew people that were trying to get in, and this is actually the point where I was saying, like, look, if you're trying to get in these type of moves when they already happen, you're like maybe trying to do a long-term holding or something. Because I have a lot of people asking me for, you know, when should they buy these long-term investments? So say you speculated, you know, Ethereum's just going to go up. First, you just wait for some type of induction, right? And, you know, wait for what I call the trap zone. See. And then boom, that's when you get in the move, or you get in on one of these pullbacks. But it's been a beautiful week on this. Just gonna keep holding her and chill out with that. Also looking at stocks today. I'm not a stock advisor, but I was looking at all the airline stocks. I'm sorry, I'll get into what y'all want in a minute. You see how I call these traps out, because they were just holding up the price. But yeah, these, you know, these kind of look like a lot of them were turning around, you know, at least from a market manipulation standpoint. It's just a drawing idea for Southwest, but you know, it's the concept. Breaks out of the induction, traps sellers, shoots up, pump and dump. Now we see it similar on all airlines. And then Lyft was a good one too. I've been holding this for a minute, but I don't really like this trade. I don't like this thing, but I'm keeping it just because I am. But this was a fire. Like, look, just trapped all the sellers, right? And boom, broke out this week. So I have seen some growth on this, but this is a hard hold. Santander, this is another one I'm holding. Spanish bank, it's just been super bearish for so long, but something I'm taking a shot on. I got some shares in this boy. Looks like, you know, could go up. I'm looking at, like, you know, just invest something. But yeah, that was another one. Just random market watch. I'm holding some Ford as well. Name recognition, you know, but the reason I got in Ford was because, you know, it was just so bearish. Everyone looked like they sold this boy. And I'm not one to, I don't know, like transportation might not be the best move right now, just with the way society is going, but this trap was just fire. And just knowing a brand like this gonna be around, but you know, look at that. Dump. You know, entries, you could wait for, you know, some type of resistance, ECR. But yeah, this is another one I'm holding. Okay. All right, yeah, I think that's all I was working on this morning. And Verizon 9. My girl was buying some mutual funds. We're looking at, oh, I was looking at banks as well. I actually did grab some. Damn, I should get in Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's looking good to me too. And my thought on getting in on banks is, y'all, keep my money in the bank. Why not invest for one, right? But I didn't get in Wells Fargo today, but I did actually buy some Citigroup. So let's see how this goes. I like the potential on this though. Like, I don't know, man. If Citigroup go back to 560, oh snap. I'll be a happy boy. Alrighty, so Mike said he'd been in Ford since 5. Yeah, me too, bro. That's when I got in 5. I think, yeah, Ford is really late to the hybrid market because they were just trying to hold their ground with regular, you know, gasoline, but you know, it didn't work. The world has changed, and I see how they're marketing now, how they're restructuring things. They're really going for the whole hybrid thing. Like, that's all they're talking about in their commercials. So you know, I think they switched CEOs again earlier this year. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead, go right to gold. What up, Tony? Congrats on the big win in your football game, bro. I'm gonna type Tony. Man, I should have bought gold. I should have bought gold like 2 years ago. Just buy it. Like buy real gold, man. Okay. Okay. Hang on, y'all. I'm just getting my feet. I'm getting situated. So look at this. So what I've been saying all year, buy gold. I'm not looking to short it. If you are looking for like a scalp intraday move, do your thing. If you're looking for a swing, I don't recommend it. You know, it's been bullish, but since August 6th, been bearish. Notice how 110 days, you know, it did move what, 250 pips or however you mark it, 2,500 pips for this. Could you just say 250? But it's not, you know, it's nothing relative compared to, you know, how the bullish activity has been. So let's see, let's go more so like for daily structure, see what we can see. We are at a previous, I marked this zone, I was looking in the past, y'all probably saw it, but now we got like a more recent zone that had been created. And of course, people were buying off of there, right? Should be able to see it instantly if your eyes are trained, but I'll draw some arrows. See, this is a retailer's dream to buy. You don't want to buy that. Okay. So now we're super bearish right now. Definitely don't buy it right now. I'll tell you if I see any sell opportunities right now. We did have sell opportunities during Asian yesterday for sure, at least for my setup. See, shift, wait for shift, add a trap zone, take ECR. So this was a valid ECR. This is a valid entry today at New York Open. Now we're accumulating. I could speculate one more push down. Let me see. Let me just really check the zone. That zone is so far back. This is a weekly, guys. So price was last here, October of 12. Okay. Yeah, so just based on what price is doing now, I mean, if you're in sell is good. If you're trying to catch a reversal, I wouldn't recommend it. You could look for sell continuation opportunities. We could, you know, like we could check this during London tomorrow, New York tomorrow, or you could, you know, just wait for a clear sign that it's going to reverse. But yeah, definitely bearish currently, bullish in the big grand scheme of things. All right. Let me know if you have more input on gold or someone else want to chime in. GJ. Okay. All right, let's do GJ. Yeah, it's going up. It's going up. love it. Hey, good find, bro. Good find. Hey, I'm not licensed to tell y'all to enter, but it's going up. Oh, sorry. I just woke up before this and I'm just having fun. All right, so off rip on the daily. I'll tell you what I see. Big ass seller induction right there. Boom. Got him. Broke that low. You can say that's your W. Boom. Now we accumulating along. But on the daily, you see we got a nice resistance and a nice downtrend. So I would speculate sellers. Now it could break out of here, right? This micro move. That would be amazing. Let me see. All right. Yeah, but it's definitely bullish, right? So at this point, only thing I want to know is, for me, right? Are we gonna break to the low? How far could we break to the low before entering? Now, this is where I go to like my micro traps, right? So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's hitting this. So speculate price may come back here. So precisely, I would say buys, but what I want to see is a nice daily structure. Induction to sells. So that means I don't believe this is an M or a peak M. I think it's, it is an M, just a micro, a micro move, and it's an induction. So I'll speculate people had stop losses above here. People probably got in here to sell, and price just wants to bring them some more on board and then break past here. Let me know if you have commentary, any thoughts on this. We had entries today. And thought is, guys, like, you don't need to wait for that final induction if you see your entry, because you catch one of these moves, leave your runner. Look, so many entries here, 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 here. All right. When did you, Tony, you would come in here with this question. When did you know you wanted to become a professional trader? I'm gonna unmute you. Nah, let's ask you. Nope. All right, you unmuted, bro. We need to know, when did you know that you wanted to become a professional trader? I don't want to hear no excuse. Come on, unmute, bro. Come on. All right, Tony is on that flaging. Over there flaging, bro. He's gonna let me talk to myself in the chat. All right, I see how it is. All right, let's keep going. Mike was saying, I believe this is for gold. Okay, I think they're trying to scare people from gold before they shoot to the moon, since more and more people in the media are saying buy gold. Okay. Mike V, bro, you're a little market wizard over there. I could already tell. I would love to see your trades for sure. I could just tell by the way you talk. All right, I need to go through more academy videos and I'll have more questions. Cool, for sure, Luca. All right, any other pairs? Or y'all just want to hear me crack corny jokes all day? Still learning. We all learning. We learning together. All right. This was buys all week. Okay, let's see. I feel like this week is a real good week to look at your daily chart if you don't do it all the time. Like, a lot of daily moves going on. You know, banks want to clear their books for the year. I mean, y'all see that, right? Y'all see that? Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, man, I should have been in buys on this. I should have been in buys. I'm feeling FOMO. I'm just playing. All right, so definitely a nice trap area. Got him down there, right? Stopped at the trend line. Get some more sellers. Oh, sell off the third tap. Psych, boom. Now we're sitting under this bigger trap. 3 taps, under, move, right? So very similar to GJ. Seeing the same thing, right? That daily trap play out. Let's go look at JXY. This can maybe tell more of the story. Why the yen is getting weak, right? So this is where price is now. I'm gonna go on a 4-hour. Just ranging off of this level. Broke above this level. All right, so it looked like it induced on this, right? So first off, people were selling off of here. So we could kind of be ranging still, but it does look like, you know, like buyer traps on this kind of. So, I mean, that would add as more evidence to what we're saying or what I'm saying. All right. Will this video be saved anywhere in the trap group? Craig, it will not, but hit me up privately and I'll make sure that you get this. Especially if you're part of the Trap House with Mark English, we'll make sure you have access to these trap knowledge here. Alrighty, what do I think about in you? Oh, Alan, you up 65 pips on AJ? Let's go. All right, let's do this. We broke out of a daily trend line recently. Well, it was in July, so it ain't that recent. But now price, it's finally worked back up to this level that it wanted to, right? Like basically this whole thing was an induction. And like, you know how we say like you could trade support resistance sometimes and it'll pay out like straight up, like right here it would have paid out. Like you just sell off of there, depending on how the spread and those wicks played out, but you get my drift. Now, this must have been a flash crash, right? Yep. Now, we've been going up. Something like that. Okay. Price broke above this. You know, people sell off of there. People buying off of here now. But they were could have been selling off of here. So they were really trying to make people sell this, is what I'm seeing. And let me try something. That actually makes sense. to me. Yeah, because people could have sold when this was breaking out of that trend line, breaking off that resistance, got them. Now we're going up. We kind of already broke out of this trend line now. So we could play around up here. Something like that, I'm thinking, on the daily. Yeah, this is like not a time to buy in my eyes. You know, it's just been holding price up here, forcing it up. It got it to the level it want to get to. So okay. So I would say this is an overall buy, but I would speculate we're going to reverse down, right? Like to clear the board. I see today they kind of had one here, but other thing with this pair is like, yeah, I think it's going to be bullish, bro. But we're at an area where it does appear to be, you know, buyers could be on board, and we're just kind of hanging out in limbo up there. So I would speculate some type of nice retracement or accumulation, then retracement, and then continuation for buys, right? But it does seem like a lot of people are trying to sell this thing. All right, so let's summarize this super simple. What do I look for in this trade? A buyer daily structure. So accumulation, break to the low, take my shot. Okay. How do you know if the trap is forming or it's going to respect the support resistance? Bro, you don't know if it's going to respect the support resistance. So what we trade, we don't trade the respect to it. We trade the violation to it, basically. So let me show you kind of right here. I'll show you on the daily. Trying to find a good example for you, bro. All right, we'll just draw this one. Okay, so in this example, and keep in mind, there's more clues that we pay attention to, not just that. Like for instance, my Winlife signature is going to require 2 forms of trap. So support resistance in line with the trend line trap. Like I want to see both of those play out. So find perfect example. This pair wasn't perfect. Sometimes it don't line up exactly how I want for my example, but that's okay. Okay. So in this case, price is under a trend line as a resistance. Here, you know, it was a bullish here. It becomes bullish again here. And it was a downtrend line. So people would sell off of the downtrend line, sell off of the resistance. So the only way I'm going to use the resistance is to buy. I'm not using the resistance to sell. So I have my ECR and I see a resistance under a you know, a resistance zone, and I see a downtrend line. So that's more so how we're using it. That makes sense. I'm never saying, oh, it's bouncing off support, let's buy. It's bouncing off support, let's buy. No, this would never be a reason simply for me to buy. Now, on the contrary, the flip side of things, right? If I see this, it's bouncing off a resistance and I have my sell signal, then I'll sell. The thought is people are doing one thing, so I'm gonna do the opposite. And retail is infamously known to buy support, sell resistance. So I never wanna just do that. That makes sense, okay? All righty, all right. So I got a feeling sometimes they let retailers trade, have a win or two. Yep, you have to, that's the way. That is the way the market goes. And people have to be able to back test these patterns and see them play out. So you got to validate those traps. Can you check EA? Can you kindly explain how we can draw trend lines and zones? I see you cut through candles sometimes. All right. So let's see. All right. So I'll show you, Shelton. The way you're going to want to draw your trend lines, you have to think. All right. So two schools of thought. First off, it's not an exact science, right? It's an art form. It's an art form. So meaning you just kind of have to do your thing. It's never going to be perfect. Now, what you want the trend lines to do, they need to tell the story. They need to make sense. And you don't want to try to make it fit. You don't want to try to make it fit. You want it to make sense, right? That if you find yourself trying to make the trend line fit, then you got a problem. Now, you ask, how come sometimes price, you'll see it breaking through my trend lines? Sometimes it may look like it's breaking through, but most of the time it's not, right? Because if you go on a higher time frame, the candle actually pull back, right? So when you're making your trend lines, you want to be looking at all time frames. So let's look at this for an example. Okay. Let's see. This might just be a good one, but let's see if we adjust it like this. Okay. Say we adjust it like this, and you say, you know, it broke out here. It did break out on the 4-hour, right? These wicks broke above, right? This candle broke above, right? But now let's go look at the daily. I guess this bullish candle did break out, but you see how every other candle respected? Let's find a better example elsewhere. Let's find like another example randomly. Okay, let's find a trick. Let's do EJ. Okay, so all right, so EJ. Let's just do this. All right, clear, uptrend. All right, so this probably actually got respected on all time frames. And you see how this broke out? That's actually an induction to sellers. So I wouldn't even adjust this, right? This is key information that it broke the trend line and it continued up. Now on our daily, did it really break that trend line? Hang on, where'd it go? Yeah, it did. Broke through for a day. Okay, so that was a valid break. Let's just do this like again for, you know, exercise. Here go a trend line. Doesn't really do much for us. I'm gonna pick another random one. Euro NZ. Okay. We actually already have a nice trend line drawn, and it did break it here. Here, that's a good example. You see how it broke it on the 1-hour, but if you look at the 4-hour, it's just a wick because it pulled back. So it really didn't break it. But when you look at it on here, you see how it looked like it broke it? You see, that's how you use your multifractal. You use all the data the market presents to see what's really going on here. So hopefully that was a good example. Yeah, you see the idea. Thanks. Yeah, we could go over it more, Shelton. We can even maybe have a class on that. Like maybe we'll do that next week, like the art of drawing trend lines. You know, let's do that next week. Okay. So you could day trade and swing with it. Depends if it's micro or macro. Makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, yep. And that's why the way I trade, or where a lot of us will trade, is we use the higher time frame to get, you know, overall direction, see macro traps, and then we trade on the micro. So myself, I'm a hybrid trader. So I can take these sniper scout moves, but I'll leave a position out there that could catch a macro move, right? Alan said, I've seen people saying trend lines at the top and bottom of bodies. Some say the wicks. Yeah, you can do wicks, you can do body. What I say is it just needs to really make sense for the story you're telling. So, so really, to me, it's just relevant to the overall trend or the overall trap there. And that's kind of how I draw them out. I adjust them. I look at all my time frames, and I do what I can, because it's an art, not a science. Remember that. Alrighty, so when do you know if resistance or support have been sufficiently worked or on before a breakout to the downside or up move? Galaxy, so this is the thing, you do not know until the shift happens. You don't know. So you basically need to sit on your hands until either market maker shifts away. So let's go back to GJ. Actually, let's go look at NU because it already happened. Okay. Okay, 1 second. All right, so on this NU daily, and the flash crash is a good example because it's super, you know, just out of this world. So super over dramatic, right? All right, so just say this was the support you were looking at, because you know, price worked off of it. It was support. Sorry. Then it broke under it, turned resistance, trapped up here again, bounced off the trend line, came back down once more as a resistance. Okay, so I could have speculated, you know, and I've done it before, I won't lie, you know, oh, price is done inducing, get an ECR right here, and you know, sometimes it'll play out. You can get some nice pips. You know, that's 250 pips, 300 pips. All right, we're on a daily, so that makes sense. Now, two type of shifts. Now, one, bearish trap, right? Can wait for something like this to happen, because now you speculate people who were selling, they're caught. They bought that resistance, but you don't just buy into this bearish move. What you're gonna wait for? Bullish engulfing, right? So this is that signature. You'll see trap sellers, leave them down here, shift against them, leave them trapped. So now I can look to buy. I can look to buy these days, right? Now, the engulf isn't technically per se why we say wait for the shift, right? It is a shift in itself, but you could also wait for another shift, right? Wait for them to get trapped, wait for them to set the range, and then the shift out of there. And this gives you more, basically it makes the trade, it gives you more intel on the trade on if people are trapped down there, because what they do, they set another seller trap, but they didn't let the sellers out, and we got our bullish momentum. And for me, I enter with momentum. So as you can see right here, we finally get our, you know, our EMAs crossing. So this is that shift we talk about from here. 1 second. I'm trying to get back. Oh, it's far. Almost there. Should have just went to the dates. Okay. No, it actually don't let you go that far back, but it would have been back there. Our EMAs had crossed at this point. Literally, these are all valid entries. Like, literally, like every candle that touched that, you could have entered on, got something. Wasn't the best, like clear movement after the trap was set. It's been kind of choppy. And then just ranging again. Now we're looking on the micro. Okay, so then another, like this is like a 15-minute example, right? So you see our EMAs crossing up. We finally, then it actually crossed the direction. But then you see resistance. Because yeah, this was work. See, 1, 2, 1, 2. Came back here. What did they do? Induce sellers, all of London fake out. And then boom, engulf. So engulf right there. So you could wait for this candle formation, that bullish candle. And then all you gotta do, I know I say all you gotta do, but buy a sell candle, buy a sell candle. And then this is where you're literally just doing what Brandon teach you. 10 pips, 100 pips, boom. All right. All right, we're gonna end this. Galaxy says, oh, Mike was telling Galaxy, I usually look for candles, FU candle, hammer, railroad, engulfing. Right, exactly, Mike. Problem is that those candles can occur on any time frame. My current problem is waiting for them on a 30-minute time frame and missing the move because it happened on a 5 or 15-minute. Yeah, it's like, Mike, that's constantly the battle is, entering before the move has, before all the move has happened and waiting for confirmation. So it's kind of like always gonna be a give and take, a pulling between waiting for more confirmations and, letting price actually shoot away. But you could use the lower time frame engulfs. So basically you could wait for a macro shift, right? Like we said with the daily, then you already know that they shifted away on a daily. Wait for those micro traps to play out and wait for like a FU candle on. Well, 30-minute time frame is good. So just do your thing, bro. Just keep perfecting that. Keep back testing it. Start jumping on, what I would recommend is start jumping on 15 and 5-minute and see how the 30-minute is comprised of those 5 and 15 minutes. And then you'll start to kind of get your vision more to where you can get in the move a little bit earlier, like you're starting to see you can do. So yeah, just explore the lower time frames, start to break down how that 30-minute multi-fractal candle is comprised of those 5 and 15-minute candles. And for me, obviously, that session timing is big too. So I do work that out with session timing. Do you use EMAs for different time frames? I mean, yeah, not really, Jake. I'm really just using it on like 15, 5, 1, just for a momentum entry tool. But really, you don't really need them. But that's just for my entry confirmation. I see price don't come back after these traps. Nope, they out of there. They out of there. That's why we wait for them and then find a pullback entry. Get GPG script, it auto adjust for time frames. Oh, I have that, but I don't actually want that right now. Really just I have some specific EMAs I'm using. If you're talking to me, Mike was saying DM. Yeah, DM us, bro. If you need anything, if you're trying to get that script, that GPG script, you actually want to hit up Dave or Human. They'll hook you up for sure. Yes, I got the Pro Plus for extra charging for. Hey, nice. I got Pro. I don't got Pro Plus like y'all, but I got Pro. So we out here. All right. Sorry I didn't look at EA. I don't know how we went for an hour already. Appreciate everyone. Thank you, Mike V. Really appreciate you chiming in. Next time I'm gonna unmute you, bro. You got a lot to say. You got a lot of value to add. So be ready. All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Alan, Jake, Luca, all the new people here. Much love. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace.